Hello everyone, my name is Botanist Cool. Today we are painting the Eldari Scorpion Mini of the Month that we got quite a few months ago that I've never painted. And we're painting it in the color of springtime, thanks to Sleepy Sama, who redeemed it with her channel points. What does springtime mean? Well, it means we're gonna go very pastel colors, which actually, hilarious enough, we're still using the main color green. We're just using different greens. We're using Green Flame, Pixie Dust Pink, and Ghostly Blue. Trying to get 3 pastel colors in here to be the primary colors. Green will be taking up 90% of everything. I haven't decided if I will be treating these armor areas as separate to be different colors, like an underlayer and an overlayer kind of deal. Because some of it looks very much like, oh yeah, you could have a layer of armor under there, but at the same time, it all looks like armor that just has different platings on there, which is really weird too. So I haven't decided that yet. I mean, I think I have. The problem, my problem is that, I'm pulling up the reference for myself. My problem is, so like, as an example, let me show you what I mean. Over here on the leg, there is this little, like, armor bump, right? Right here. It's not quite a separate piece of armor, but it is also kind of like a raised part of the armor. And the abs have something very similar, where there's a color on the bottom, and it looks like these are raised parts. So it looks like they're raised parts of the armor itself, but not per se different parts of the armor, if that makes sense. And I'm not sure if I wanted to make them different parts or the same part or whatever, because it kind of looks like you can separate them. And it'll still look pretty good. Like, look, there's a piece here. Inside of the leg, that little piece that juts out. That piece matches on this side. And the arms, if you look at the arms here, there's a piece that kind of separates itself out from the rest of the wrist. But what I'm planning on doing essentially is green on most of this area. Where we have the weaponry, I might choose to do blue because black is the secondary color in this mini and highlights in pink. But I'm like, we'll fucking see. I don't know. It'll be a fun experiment. Joey, this has been one of the mains of the months I missed, although I definitely don't need more on my paint list. I know, right? This was a while back. I don't remember how long ago it was. It was a while back though. How are you doing today, Joey? I hope you're doing well. But as you guys know, Green Flame, worst color I have. Pain in the ass. I'll have to deal with it. Let's see how it goes. But yeah. Maybe what I could do is I could do a lead belcher layer underneath the weaponry and then go the blue. That might look really good actually. Got a red gobble from last Christmas. Titus and the entire Cerritos collab patrol plate. I'm all right. Holy shit, that's a lot. Yeah, dude. I actually know someone who has 28 fucking kill teams that I have not painted yet, and I'm like, oh, I feel so bad for you. That's so many kill teams. Holy shit. I think he's the kind of guy who ends up collecting a lot of them and never really painting them. But yeah, I'm doing good, Jovi. Thank you very much for asking. I used to actually have a friend back in high school named Jovi, so it's nice to see that. Hello. You're not that same person, but it's like, oh, yeah, cool. A little reminder of friends I used to have too. It's kind of fun. Get the name off. All right, let's see. Face. I know that once a few years ago, they actually gave away an entire fucking tank for the mini of the month. I was like, I'm so sad I missed that. Like, that was months, that was like years ago though. That was a long time ago. Like, god damn, they give away an entire fucking tank? I'm jealous. I missed that. That was in 2024, I think. Even if it was just a basic Rhino or something, the kit patch potential would have been high. Yeah, exactly. I have to double check. It was on the wiki. I don't remember what it was. You have a moment. Do you want to check? See what it was? I don't remember. I think it was like... It wasn't like a Lehman Russ, I don't believe. I remember it was a Christmas mini of the month, essentially. Or a holiday mini of the month. Was a Rhino. There we go. Yeah, 2023. That insane. A whole fucking Rhino. Are you kidding me? That's awesome. If only I was into Warhammer that back then. If only, dude. Free Rhino would have been nice. I do intend to get vehicles one day, whether it be Legions or Warhammer. I do want to just paint vehicles. I think I mentioned this before too in the past. I really wanted to do some terrain painting, but alas, terrain pieces can be a bit expensive and they can be a little hard. I'm really getting down the basics before I go terrain area. Terrain aspect of everything. Okay. So if I do want to replace everything that was black with blue, that does mean I will have to replace the weaponry with blue, which means we could give that a shot, see how it looks. You have ghostly blue, which is a actual proper paint, unlike this, which is a thinned down piece of. You know what? I'm actually gonna just like leave it open. See if I can dry it out a little bit because it's so fucking watery. Actually, let's do that. Actually, it is kind of sick. I'm not. That looks kind of sick. Terrain looks good, but always seems intimidating. I really need to start Cerritos, but they seem so dynamic. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm not enjoying the Lumineth Realm Lord as much. I'm still a beginner, to be real. And I am not good enough to do the Lumineth Realm Lords as of yet. They are very intimidating and very dynamic. And while I would have liked to have been able to do them, I can't. I actually plan on selling them soon, honestly. I bit off a lot more than I could chew the Lumineth Realm Lords. What I should have done, instead of buying Lumineth, I should have bought Tau. Or I should have bought, Space Marines. They could have always worked up to Lumineth in the future. Kind of sick color combo, actually. Not coming out well yet because haven't gotten the green fully on there looking good yet. My local Warhammer store and asked them about it, and they told us Cerritos would be relatively easy, but I'm definitely wishing for something more basic. It might be easier than some of the other ones for sure. But like, you know, what's easier to one person might be a lot more difficult to another. So. No. Tyranids have been fun for that reason too. They're both easy and practice worthy. Like, Tyranids have been a lot of fun to practice on, and they are difficult enough that I feel challenged about them feeling too complex. They provide a lot of angles and dynamic, and so the Tyranids have been a lot of fun for me. You can always look for someone willing to trade as well if you wanted to get something simpler. You know what I'm saying? That's always a nice little way. Everyone wins there. To love the sororities. Yeah, you know you can always have them. Yeah, yeah, you can always save them. They'll never, as long as you don't throw them away, you'll have them for as long as you need them. Always come back to them later. What else is easy? I mean, Tyranids are easy. Necrons are pretty easy from what I can tell. They do have some, like, specifics on their bodies, but, like, they're not impossible. They're not sorry, let me rephrase. They're not, like, super ornate. Unless you get some of the ornate ones. But, like, basic ones are fine. Storm Heralds are fine. When it comes to, like, Age of Sigmar as well. Or Storm Legion, or whatever they're called. Very springy. What else is pretty easy? Orcs aren't horrible, I don't think. At least I got some Age of Sigmar orcs before, and they were really easy to do. What I got is a mini of the month. So, you know, take that as you will. Actually, just give us a second more to dry. I think it's all dry yet. Fuck that up, actually. Let's give it a second to dry. Some more blue to do anyways. Chose the wrong green. I'm gonna piss myself. Like, I don't have much of a choice. Gotta go springy. Let's actually see if I can get lead belcher out. Where is it? The silver. There it is. I'm gonna try something. Coming out thicker, so keeping it open a little bit is definitely making it nicer. I want to try something. I don't know if it'll work though. What I want to try to do is I want to try dry brushing a metallic layer of lead belcher on top of part of this to see if it makes it look a little more metallic rather than just green. I'll see if that will make it look more like what I want it to. Or if maybe I should have done a metallic as a base coat that could have shown through. I feel like, you know what? I'm gonna do this as a test with actually the sword. I'm wondering what I could do. You know what I'm saying? I'm wondering what I could do. Kind of looking good, actually. Okay, let's try the body armor. This is very experimental. I think actually what I'm gonna do next time for something like this, I'm gonna do the layer beneath it, the base layer, as metallic rather than top layer. Opa, come here. Fuck me, dude. This thing just pops off all the time, huh? Gotta make it a little harder to knock off. I have an idea. This may not work. I don't know if this will work. Maggie, hello! Oh my god, my voice. Ugh. Maggie, hello, friend. How are you? God, my voice really went shrill there for a second. I'll give you a shout out in a second. Y'all, Maggie's a fantastic streamer who raised $500 for trans rights. She is wonderful, a lovely individual, really good vibes too, and another garden variety streamer in the best of ways because of the gardening theme. But go give her some love, y'all. Quick shout to Maggie. Chrono Trigger, hell yeah. How is Chrono Trigger? Alright, so here's what I've done so far. I'm gonna show the mini off right now. I like it more than I did a few minutes ago. Does not mean I don't like exactly where it's at right now. I don't. Love it so much. Hell yeah. Just got Robo as a party member. I do not know who that is. So this is supposed to be spring themed, but we're going to do, because you see there's a lot of silver dry brushed on here. We're going to go back and dry brush a little bit more green on top. A little bit more blue on top. Blue here, etc. We're going to try to get that silver or that irony to be more of a bottom layer, while the green is more of a top layer. So we kind of had to do green, silver, green, when I originally should have just done silver on the bottom. And I think I've learned that for next time. He's also kind of caked up. Look at that. He's also a little caked up. He's more caked up than any of my other Warhammer minis. He is a little caked up. But yeah. So, yeah, that's where we're at. I hate this color green. It's the worst green I have to work with. It just objectively is. He does have quite the tushy. Yes, he does. God, now I know what it feels like to be Gilliman. A little bit more silk. Alright, I'm gonna try this. I don't know if it's gonna work. But that's what it's all about. It's all about trying and seeing what works. That's not gonna work. Okay. Because I really need to dry out this brush. Get every little bit of fucking gray off there. For many, he has indeed quite the tush. Oh, Jesus, that was way too much. We should decide now. Better. Remnant of Chaos evening, how are you doing today? We're doing a viewer requested Spring Aldari. We're doing great. Oopsies. They're just brawling this brush against. Fuck this up royally. Oh. Okay, it's actually turning out a bit better now. The green's a little duller. And a little more metallic, which is exactly what I wanted it to be. I can work with it still. Oh, okay, that's actually pretty good. Okay, you know what? We fixed it. Lads, we fixed it. Alright, cool. Do the same with the blue. Hey, cool. Okay, so let that dry off. Okay. We're gonna take more green. Surprise! Actually, we gotta take pink now soon. We actually do have to add in a little bit of pink. It's gonna look pretty sharp. Let me see where I gotta add the pink though, real quick. Hold on. All right, so we have bands around the waist, around there, around the chest, on the crotch. Crotch. Ooh, yeah. Okay. So we're gonna do that. All right. We're gonna hit the smaller brush. That is the smaller brush. Never mind then. Okay. Actually, does he have it on the legs too? Legs might be a little easier to hit. Yeah, he has it on the legs. Okay, so just cleaning up that crotch area real quick. Your avatar reminds me of a mix of an axolotl. Yeah, basically. It is based off the primordial lad. This guy is based off of the beta Whooper. The beta design for Whooper. Yeah. Pretty cool, huh? Exclamation point artist will bring you to the artist who did it too. That would be Sandleford, my brother. He's amazing. He's the one who designed this specific one. Yeah, he had a beta design back before he released. This is what it kind of looked like. Just to play Pokemon, valid. The old Game Boy broke. Oh no! As long as you have the games, you'll find a way to play them, I'm sure. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Okay, so that's what the colors are gonna look like. That's what the colors are gonna look like. Go to the legs. Alright, cool. My favorite Pokemon game still is Crystal. And I suppose the spiritual successor, Soul Silver. They're both great games. Okay, mainline game. If we're talking about actual, like, all Pokemon games, it's Coliseum and XD. Crystal was great. I played that one to death. Yeah, same here. Sorry, say again. Sorry, I was looking at Steam decks. Crystal was my favorite mainline game. One of my, by far my favorite mainline game. But if we're talking about just overall games in general, Pokemon XD and Coliseum on the GameCube were by far my favorites. They were different from most other Pokemon games. They had they felt much more lively to me. But yeah, you stopped at Emerald. I stopped after Diamond. Played a little bit of Scarlet. That's about it. I was supposed to help my brother get to the Paradox Pokemon from Scarlet. And don't get me wrong, Mommy Professor was great and all, but like, you know. But Crystal was by far my favorite for a very long time. And still is my favorite of the mainline games. I don't think anything in the mainline will replace my love for Crystal. Scarlet and Violet have some great Pokemon designs, like Smoliv as an example, and Nacli. I love those Pokemon. But other than that, that's valid. Games like Pokemon Ranger and Pokemon Snap are actually some of my more favorite games from Pokemon. Pokemon XD and Coliseum are among my favorite as well. But they are my favorites, just straight up. But yeah. You love Snap? I love new Snap too. They're both fantastic. I absolutely adore them. Yeah, and not only that, they also introduce a lot of the ecology of Pokemon, which is usually very fucking on with like normal like ecology in real life. Yeah, like you take photos of Pokemon in the wild. Great game. Great game. No. Pokemon Snap is it was a Nintendo 64 game, and then they have a new one that's a Switch game. Yeah, Pokemon interacting with the environment is nice and very... It makes them feel very alive. Which I'd love to see. Alright, what else is gonna be pink here? Got the crotch, got the legs. Okay. I won't buy a Switch 2. Oh, I'm not buying a Switch 2 either. It's on the Switch 1 Pokemon Snap. I am definitely not buying a Switch 2. I have no intent to. It was one of the best-selling fucking consoles out there, though. Literally, only Nintendo could sell a console without anything coming out with it. Mario Kart World is fucking forgotten about up to this point, essentially. And, Donkey Kong Bonanza's a thing now, but even then, it's... People play it once and they're done because they're doing it for the click and the fame, and it's the Switch 2. Which fucking valid, they should, but still. Like, fucking play that algorithm, you know? But I mostly see people playing Switch 1 games on the Switch 2. And while it is better quality, I physically can't see that quality difference. I don't have that good of an eye. Or good of the screen, maybe. I don't know. So, like, for me, it doesn't matter. Switch 1, Switch 2 does not matter to me. I really like Mario Kart World, but I also get the backlash. It's a whole lot of money. Well, for me, it's not even about the money. For me, it's about consumer rights. That's my thing, right? Like, I get it that the only reason why Nintendo's able to get away with it is because of how the United States is in their consumer rights laws. I do not believe your console should be bricked just because you bought a used game. You know what I'm saying? That's not in my belief. And Nintendo has said as much that, yeah, they're bricking consoles that buy used games because one reason or another. Some of them have, some of them are because it's in a different, like, thing. And that, like, hey, yeah, they bought a Switch 2 case that's not an official Switch 2 case. Okay, sure. What gives you the right to destroy my console nonetheless? Yeah, so here's what happens. Nintendo has reserved the right to brick someone's console for whatever reason they want to, essentially, right? This is to be an anti-piracy kind of thing. That's what they advertise it as. And technically, yes, they could use it as anti-piracy. But it's also a way to prevent people from buying and selling used games. Physical games no longer contain the actual data inside of it. As an example, they contain a code that connects to something that then gives you that game. Which they say, you know, expands like the ability for software people to do more stuff, when in all reality, they just don't want you to have a copy of the physical game to actually own it, to actually own the data. What's been happening is people have been buying used games legally through GameStop, through third-party sellers, through whatever. And because some of the hardware isn't what Nintendo has directly approved, maybe someone has moved a copy from one thing to another, or it is sold and that is registered with someone else, they just brick your entire fucking console. This is only a thing that happens in the United States. In other places that have other consumer rights, it's not as big of a deal. Essentially, they have a free check to turn off your console and make it unplayable if they suspect you're pirating something, even if you're not pirating something. If you bought something used, you could be considered of pirating something. It's kind of fucked up. There are better experts at this topic than I am, so you're gonna want to do your research and read more about the actual articles that talk about it. But it is an insanely anti-consumerist move. The fact that you no longer own the physical, like, I'll give you an example. This thing in here owns the entirety of Monster Hunter World Rise. All of what Monster Hunter World Rise is in this little chip, right? All the data is stored in this chip. However, for the Nintendo Switch 2, if you buy this chip for the Nintendo Switch 2, it doesn't have any data from Monster Hunter in there, as an example. Instead, what it has an online code, but actually $10, mind you, has an online code that connects to the eStore that then downloads the game onto your Switch 2. Which is anti-consumerist as fuck. That means you no longer actually own the data, you only own a license. If you're trying to buy physical media, so that you don't own the licenses on it, but rather you own the data itself, Nintendo has gone around that by saying all of our physical media is now just a code to get you a license, essentially. Which is, in my opinion, absolute bullshit. People who legally buy used games who might have a different hardware setup or a different case setup or whatever, because that's what they bought it with, are getting their Switches bricked because Nintendo doesn't recognize it. And because Nintendo doesn't recognize it, because it's anti-piracy yada yada, they end up losing the ability to ever play that Switch 2 ever again. Now, if you only buy from the eStore, which is what they want, if you only buy from the eStore and you only buy from them and you never, ever, ever buy secondhand, you'll be fine. Because you're only buying that first-party stuff and they are charging a fucking premium. They are paying $80 for an online game, $90 for a physical copy that isn't actually a physical copy. It is a lie. It is actively a deceptive practice. Oh, here's a physical copy of the game. No, it's a key card essentially. So because of those anti-consumerist practices, like I could justify the $500 to buy the game. That I could justify, no big deal. But because of those anti-consumerist consumer practices, I can't justify getting a Switch, because I'm voting for more shit like that with my money. And let's say, as an example, you do buy a used game and it is something Nintendo does not approve. To get that game unblocked and to play that game is a hassle and a half. To say, hey, I purchased this game legally from a GameStop, from a Toys R Us, from a whatever that had it used. That is their issue. You have to take it up with them. That takes a lot of fucking work. So even if, let's say you did buy a bootleg copy, right? Didn't know about it. Nintendo has every right to say, well, I'm still going to turn off your Switch and you will never be able to use it again. Because that bootleg copy is now on your account. I am a Nintendo stan. I love Nintendo so much. I will not buy the Switch 2. Because before being a Nintendo stan, I'm a consumer, and I like my rights more. It's not to say that if you don't want to buy Switch 2, don't buy one. If you want to buy one, you're good to go by all those rules and regulations in the EULA. Go buy it, have fun, but like, it's not something that I'm willing to do. I also find it to be, I'm not saying that other people should or should not buy this stuff. Yeah, exactly. I'm also just saying that, like, the fact that they actively prevent you from lending things out. Like, as an example, oh, yeah, you have a physical copy of the game that you give your friend. Oh, hey, Maggie, as an example. Let's say Maggie lived next door to me, right? And Maggie's like, Steph, I know you have Rise. Can I try it out? Sure. Here's my game of Rise, Maggie. There you go. But now it's like, well, now I could loan you that game as a digital copy for 2 weeks, and that's it. And I can't give you the game because Nintendo wants you to pay for 2 separate copies. Not to mention, you also can't have both someone playing on and offline on the game. So you can't have multiple consoles really sharing the game in sincerity. It's bullshit. We shouldn't have a working mother of 3 buying 3 copies of the same game for their 3 kids to play it. If they got 3 Switches, which I think is fucking insane, getting 3 Switches, like, fuck no. Like, I kind of get why, because kids are going to want to play the single player games, but you know what I'm saying, right? If you are a mother or a father of 2, and you have 2 Switches, one for your child here, one for your other child, you shouldn't have to buy 2 games. You should be able to buy 1 game and have them both have it be playable on both of them. That's my opinion. Call it a radical consumerist ideal. Hi, can you guys tell I'm extremely liberal? And anti-corporate. Oh, but I also buy Warhammer, so that's kind of like a... But I also do vote for my money on Warhammer. Like, you know, I usually get the free buy used or I buy pre-built. Love that about you? Oh, thank you, Maggie. Yeah, I love Nintendo. I always will. I will not stand for that kind of bullshit, though. Also, like, what fucking next-gen console releases without decent exclusives? That's all I'm saying. It literally felt like a test that was like, let's see how much we can screw over the consumer by providing them as little as possible or as much as possible. Like, what's gonna literally, what will be next? What will they have learned from? They could charge $500 for last gen technology. And while tech isn't the only thing about game consoles that make them worth it, what also make them worth it is actual content on them. Which the Switch 2 advertises Tears of the Kingdoms and Breath of the Wild. See an issue with that? I do. Also, not to mention, let's say you want to play Breath of the Wild on your Switch 2. You plug in Breath of the Wild, and Breath of the Wild plays at the quality of a Switch 1, unless you buy a $30 upgrade. So, what you could do is you could pay for a $90 physical copy of Breath of the Wild for the Switch 2, and not own the game. Or you could buy a $60, or if you get lucky, a $50 copy of Breath of the Wild for the Switch 1, pay the $30 upgrade, or is it 20? To be fair, it's 20 or 30 bucks. I don't remember which one it is. Correct me if I'm wrong. And you're paying $80 to $90 either way for the same game that you bought, because that upgrade makes it look a little better. I think that is some anti-consumerist bullshit. Oh, and welcome back from the ads. I guess if you subscribed, you got all the anti-consumer. You got the capitalism sucks rant.
Shining in the night, upon wings you'll fly, up from the dark, brightening the sky, just like the sun, our salvation, enlightened by you. Oh, sacred star, light our way. On scarlet wings, take our wishes upon your way into the sky, soaring ever high, beyond anywhere, beyond the world to eternity. Dance, oh light, across.
Speaking of how horrible capitalism is, if you play Uma Musume, add me as a friend. Oh Lord, gotcha games.
With flames you burn, a crimson hue, burn through all
Tell me your favorite Uma. Great segue, I know, right? Which of course mine is Agnes Tachyon. As if that wasn't gonna be fucking obvious. Oh yeah, no, I have not spent a cent on it either. I have no intention to.
bring us hope and show us the way.
I think mine is El Condor. El Condor is pretty great. I like El Condor's vibes. I remember some of my friends were like, oh yeah, of course you fucking like Agnes. She's like your favorite genre of character. I'm like, yeah, that's fair. Mad scientist, love it. Aloof mad scientist-ish. She's not quite so aloof, but she is so hyper-focused on her specific thing that she doesn't end up being like super intense about it, you know what I'm saying? She ends up being intense about it, but not in the way that she's intense. It's so weird. Anyways. There's like characters like scientists that I absolutely love. So like, as an example, Muriel from Fire Emblem Three Houses, from Fire Emblem Awakening, would not be the kind of character that I would immediately love, even though she's a scientist, because she's so intent and serious and focused on that science. It's a different way of than, as an example, Rune May or Agnes Tachyon. They all have different ways of engaging with that science. Yeah. Oh, also mommies like Beidou. Hell yeah. But you all knew that already. Remember when I was able to make a bot and I made a waifu command on here? I rated everyone's waifu on a scale of 1 to 10. Yeah, I wish I knew how to code. I forgot how to code it, but like I did read the code back one day, like months later, and I was like, oh, I can kind of remember this now. It was a pain in the ass to read, but I was like learning it again. I actually end up using Maggie's support card on Uma Musume the most, I think. Super Creek is fantastic. That's a support card? Oh my god. Corner Maestro, thank you very much. Yeah, the cards are what's limiting me, honestly. I don't have enough cards to make my characters really go well. Like, I don't have any speed super rares, you know what I'm saying? I only have a shit ton of stamina and guts one. I have a few speed SRs, but still, I have a friend with a level 55. Oh my god, let's go. I had a friend of mine who was pulling for that, and she fully kitted out the other one, not Keaton Black. She got the other one, fully kitted out. Pissed. Honestly, I'm waiting for more Agnes Tachyon stuff. Most of my resources have gone into leveling up or getting people who can get the stuff to level up Agnes Tachyon. Can you tell I have a favorite? Oh, do you have a favorite child? Yes. You had a racing outfit? Yeah. Stars can be a little hard to get. Actually, what am I fucking doing? Hold on. I'm being a dumb about this. Hold on. I have not even put on Nuln Oil. Give me a second. Come here. I was working so hard on edge highlighting and I haven't even put on Nuln Oil yet. Like, come on, where's my liquid talent? I knew I was forgetting something. Well, some people do edge highlight before they put on Nuln Oil. I don't know why, but they do. Oh my god. What time is it anyways? Yeah, let's go time to put on. Oh, look at that. So much better with some. How much can I accent those cheeks with this normal oil? That's the real question. I'm also an idiot. I didn't finish basing everything. Ah, good job, Steph. You started the null oil process both early and late and forgot a shit ton of things. That's fine. We'll work with it. Objection! Objection! Hold it! Take that! Hey KSG, how you doing today, bud? You get tired from work? How are my plant hands? When plant hands are planting plants. Well, not right now. We're not planting any. Get my point. Alright. Here's what I'm gonna do, guys. I'm gonna leave this alone for a few minutes. Let it dry. We'll be back in 15 minutes. Everyone, do me a favor. Go stretch. Go relax. Go crack your fingers and use the bathroom. We'll be right back in a moment, alright? See you then. Did not mean to say death 30. Give me 1 second. There we go. It's a BRB now. All right, there we go. All right, so he's looking good. That Nolan oil's looking good. Let me show you guys what we've got so far. So remember, this is supposed to be kind of spring themed. So blues and pinks and what have you. So I think I'm going to change the mask. I don't like the mask color that much. Yarr, welcome back. Hey. But the pinks... I did not go to the restroom, actually, hilariously enough. I just got water. The pinks are what really drives it out. I love the pinks here. The blues are okay. The pinks are something I'm absolutely loving. I want to switch up the blues a bit. I think I can make the blues better. But overall, this is looking pretty good. We'll find a way to fix the face. The face I'm not very happy with either. The face I might just do black, honestly. Let's get Abaddon black out on here. Half the time when I take a break, y'all, I just literally go to the bed like 5 feet away from me and just rest. It's a nice mental break. I primarily take breaks for just like a moment of quiet. Which I kind of see myself needing more and more nowadays. It's one of those. It's like, scream into a pillow? I don't scream into a pillow. No, no, no. I like the quiet. I like the quiet of it all. Like... I don't scream a lot, actually, now that I think about it. I mean, at horror games or something, sure, but like I don't scream a lot. I'm not a big screamer. One of those where you heard a lot of screaming from the parents as a young kid, and you're like, I never want to be like my... Too real? Too real, guys? God, that thunder outside is thundering for sure. A lot of thunder out there. Hold on. Get an even smaller brush. funniest thing is I forgot to paint this, but it doesn't look bad. And I accidentally dry brushed all over these, and they look good. Oh, the cheeks. Hold on. Let's really show this guy's assets. There's not too much definition on the cheeks. I'm sorry, guys. There is a miniature from Age of Sigmar that just straight up has the character have assless chaps. Straight up, the character has assless chaps. I think it's like Siegfried or something like that. So you actually have to paint his ass cheeks. They are glorious. Okay, my head is not focusing right now, so I'm done. I'm done. I'm gonna go wash these, throw some things away. Once I'm in like this mental space, it's done. I'm done. I don't want to mess up anything else. Not that I'm messing anything up. It's just like it's one of those like you're done, you know. All right. Ow, 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 ow. How the fuck did I get cut on my leg there? What? All right, we're fine. All right. I'm actually really happy with these colors. I might switch up the sword later on, but there's a few things I missed, including the holster. I have to fix that. That I'll get to in the future. The back I want to fix up a bit more. The sides I want to fix up a little bit more. The size of the legs I want to fix a little bit more. I kind of want to fix this gun. I'm thinking of either doing black with a blue dry brush instead. I'm going to paint over it, essentially redo it. I think there's better I could do. Yeah. Very happy with it. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure, you know, if you're watching this on YouTube, like and subscribe, all that cool stuff. YouTube, stay safe, stay Botanist Cool. We'll see you soon. Bye, YouTube.